Can you just give can you give an initial assessment of the game as a whole? We obviously saw how it started. You were in a little bit of a different shape. I don't know if you felt that contributed at all, but what's your initial assessment? Just looking back, here just a few minutes after the game.
Of course, we get a very tough start when we concede a goal in set play, and then I think we got very stressed. And they come number two very quick, and of course, then you put yourself in a very, very tough situation. But we didn't execute that task good enough because we didn't get up in the central midfielders. They were switching the play too easy, and they come too easy out of our pressure. We were not close enough. So we had to change in the middle of the first half. And I think from then and out we are a better team than them. But we don't score again on our chances. We get 2-1. We are alone with the goalkeeper. I think we play good in the second half. But again, when you go so much forward, you're always concerned that a counter-attack can come, and it did. And then when 3-1 come, then it killed the game, of course. So the first half an hour is not good enough, and that I have to take take responsibility for, because it seems like we were not clear enough how we want to play, and we didn't show what we want to do in the first 30 minutes. But after that, I think we changed a lot of things, and then we looked more dangerous, and also we looked strong. So we finished the games good. We finished the first half good, and also the second half they were having cramps and injuries and all the things all the time. But we keep on going, and that's the positive thing I take out of it.
Okay, Alonso Contreras.
Hi, Coach. This is Alonso from Aries Sport Network in Seattle. Tough loss. In the first game, you play with Sanz and Callens as a center back. Today, then you switch Callens to the right and Callens to the left. How will you evaluate your center back, Sanz and Callens' performance in the last two games?
I didn't switch side. They were just that Max was in the center of them, and I think in the first game the two center defenders played really good. So, and today we will have to see the game one more time, but of course we get overplayed in the midfield, and then you get more pressure on the defense. So we changed it and get James more up in the midfield after 30 minutes, and then we were better, we were much stronger. So I think it's tough to say. What I can say is that we didn't play good as a team the first half an hour. That's for sure.
Okay, Ben Bear.
Hey, Ronny. What's the mindset of the group like after the first two losses here and then the two losses to start the season? Of course, you guys could still theoretically advance to the knockouts, but what's the preparation going to be like heading into your last group stage game?
Yes, of course, we are not a good atmosphere right now. Of course, we hate losing, and today we're not happy with the way we started the game. So, and then we keep ourselves in a very bad situation because when you haven't winning games for a while as well, you get stressed and you lose your confidence. But again, we can't dig ourselves a hole and jump in that. We have to fight, and we have to stay united. And I know everybody gets a night, try to get some sleep, and then we have to look forward. And the Miami game, it's a game we really want to win, of course, and it's also into the league, so it's going to be an important game.
Juan Rojas.
Thank you. Ronny, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for the time. Did you guys were surprised by FC Dallas at the beginning? I'm sorry, Orlando at the beginning of the game? Did you expect them with a different kind of, not formation, but maybe mentality or approach to the game?
No, they did exactly what they did in the last game against Miami, so there was nothing new of that. But we didn't do what we want to do. We were not close enough in the center of the pitch, and we were too disorganized with the two strikers as well. So they get in front of our defense and also switch the play way too easy. And then we, of course, also when you concede very early in a set play, get stressed about that. So, but I say the mentality was really good. We kept on fighting. We get back in the game and we look very strong. But when we conceded the third goal, then of course it's going to be tough to get back. But I think we had so many chances on 2-1 that we should have get something from the game again.
Okay, we have time for two more. So Christian, and then we'll do Michael Ander. Christian, go ahead.
Thanks, Nicole. How's it going, Ronny? Well, this marks New York City's fourth straight loss. I mean, we've gotten the donut off the board at this point, where you seem to have finally found a way to get the goal in, but just something seems to still be missing. And what is it? Like, what's going to bring the wins here? Like, what do you think needs to change? What do you think you need to do better? Yeah, pretty much that's it.
It's of course we go into every game that we have a belief and we think we're gonna win, and today as well was the same. So I think we changed the formation a little bit now. I think the performance last time was good. Then we get Max injured, and then we changed a little bit to get two striker up front. And you have to, when you see it afterwards, we see that didn't work so much. And I think they didn't recognize the situation that we have been training on for a long time. So I think something of that was new, but we were thinking it looks good in training. We wanted to try it. And then what we need to do now is to get the confidence back, and then you need to get the safety in the roles, to know what's expected and to be familiar in the situation they've been through before, and also player that is playing together, that they can they feel that they have a safety in knowing each other. So changing like we did today didn't work, and but as I said, when we get more organized in the way we have done before, then we look much better. So for us is to find ourselves, be safe in that, and then of course it's about supporting each other. I can be hard on the people now, but now as everybody is suffering, and we need just to turn this around, and then we need to build each other up and stand united and support each other. And when you come out of these situations, then we will be more stronger, and we will do, because we're working hard every day, and we have a good team. So I'm sure we're going to turn it around, and hopefully already against Miami.
Thank you, Ronny.
Michael Ander, go ahead. Last one.
Ronny, Orlando scored their third goal in the 81st minute. Obviously, you didn't know that you were going to get 10 minutes of stoppage time, but you had to figure you had at least five, or probably five. Did you think the game was lost at that time? Did you think NYCFC still had a chance?
Yes, I think that because we had chances. We had Mitri hit the bar. We also alone through on the right side. So of course, but you need a second goal and quite quick, so you can get pressure on them. But we didn't find the goal. And then of course, when you close it goes to the end, you get more and more stressed, and you see the time is slipping from you. So yes, I believe that we can do it, but of course it do something with the atmosphere when it gets 2 goals instead of 1.